Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing some inventory organization for Poshmark today, cleaning up my office and all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get my day started. Most mornings I usually end up putting some music on YouTube and then let it autoplay. Here, I'm just making my bed so that I can go ahead and get my day started. This right here is my little chill oasis within my home, so I try to keep it as clean and clutter-free as possible. Once that's all done, I go ahead and start preparing breakfast, starting with coffee. Outside of sugar, I add vanilla extract, almond extract, and a little pinch of salt to my coffee, just for some flavoring. This morning, I am keeping breakfast super simple, so I toasted 2 cinnamon bagels along with eggs and some plantains. I don't know about you guys, but I always like having something on while I eat, and today was The Office. Now let me clean the dishes really quickly and off to get an inventory stuff done. The cube that I'm showing you here is exactly what I use to store my inventory. Because tops are hands down the largest portion of my inventory, what I normally do is bag and number about 30 to 50 tops at a time. And as I'm sitting on the floor right now, I am sorting through all the tops and making sure that they are in the correct order. That way, whenever I go to pull them to ship them to a customer, it's a lot easier for me to find. Depending on how bulky the top is, especially now during the winter months, I do have a lot of sweaters, so the bins will obviously fit a lot less. So what I go ahead and do is write down which inventory number I'm starting with, for example, I-27, and I'll go ahead and sort through I-27 to see how many I can get in a particular bin. This is another look of how I prepare the items that are being stored in the cubes. So I make sure that there is as little air in the packages as possible. Once I do that, I'll go ahead and write down the number that I started with and then start sorting through as many as possible. Once the tops have been organized, I'll go ahead and grab one of the black cube bins that I showed earlier, and I'll put as many as possible in the bin. As I'm packing the sweaters away in the bin, if I find any that has too much air in the Ziploc bag that I use for storage, I'll go ahead and open those Ziploc bags and press out as much air as possible. And what you see me here doing is just opening the Ziploc bag, putting it under my knee, and then just squeezing out as much air. Once that's all done, I'm going to be taking the bins with me over to my desk where I'll be creating hang tags for each of them. So the numbers that I used on the paper to keep track of all of the inventory in each bin is exactly what I'll be writing on the front and the back side of these hang tags. Once the hang tags have been created, I'll go ahead and use a stapler just to attach it to the cloth. This is a temporary inventory means for me as I try to sort through all the inventory that I have, but for the time being it definitely works. In my office makeover video, I mentioned a IKEA closet that I had moved before I started filming, and this is it, which is basically in a closet. Keeping the shelf in the closet helps to make sure that my office stays clutter-free and I still have room for storage. Now it's time to clean my office. My office is getting cleaned for two reasons. One is because I have some clutter on the floor from stuff that I still need to inventory and post online. And then the second reason is because it is currently winter, so I have some outdoor plants that actually need to be transitioned into my office space. This plant in particular had some dead Here I'm doing the exact same thing with another basket that I picked up at the thrift store a while back.
I'm too young to be deserted, yeah. I'm too young to be deserted, 절대 안 돼, 우린 나한테 너무 가혹해. 만약에 너가 원한다면 전부 다 사올게.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum my office. And then just move in all the furniture back to where it belongs. I added a total of 3 plants to my office, and one of them is that spiky plant to the right. Even though the lighting in this video is not the greatest, I can say these plants definitely brought a lot more life to my office. Now I'm just fixing my DIY lamp that was made from a water jar and a broken lamp. And that's it. That's my freshly cleaned, reorganized office. On the left, I have 2 items that just sold, so I'm gonna go ahead and package those and drop them off at the post office.
Yeah, it's a winter. It been snowing like the season. It's the winter. Baby, please give me no reason. It's the winter. My body getting freezing. It's the winter. Yeah. It's the winter. It been snowing like the season. It's the winter. Baby, please give me no reason. It's the winter. My body getting freezing. It's the winter. Yeah. I've been living this year that is already the season. 몇 다른 감정에 휩싸여 living in prison. 갈 사람은 가고 남는 사람 남는 treason. 다시 차가운 공기가 우리 몸을 감싸 breathing. I'm feeling all this Christmas. 눈이 내 위에 앉아 내가 기다리는 Christmas. 너도 나를 원할까? Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. 우린 조금 다를까? 마음의 방향이 맞지 않는 건 참 아프니까. I've been loving this year, I've been hating this year. Flying this year, I've been crying this year. I don't wanna be so drowned tonight. I don't wanna be so drowned tonight. It's a winter. If it's so